life imitates art, right?
Absolutely.
And if we consider Muay Thai art, which I absolutely do, like the lessons that I learned from Muay Thai and you know my journey through my career so far, everything translates to life. Like
Everything.
literally anything you go through in the cage. Okay, how am I gonna solve this? If you look at it as a problem, the same dynamic applies to life the same exact way.
Yeah.
Literally
Stay
everything.
composed, breathe, stick and move when you have to, apply pressure when you need to,
And you're gonna
relieve pressure when you have to.
You're gonna find yourself in the fire sometimes. You're gonna find yourself getting beat up in the corner.
You gotta be the fire sometimes too.
Boy, come out to play. Ain't no thing you can catch the fade.
Mateo.
Welcome back to another episode of Catch the Fade.
Gentlemen, welcome to the store.
Yo, thanks for having us, Matt.
Thank you for
thank
coming.
you.
I appreciate you guys.
Spot looks fire, bro.
Thank you.
I really like it.
Thank you.
Beautiful spot, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, this is our 4th unit in this outlet, I think, in the past 5 years.
Damn.
But every time we move, the guys always do their thing.
Yeah, and you up it, man.
Nah,
Nice, you
definitely.
always up
I
there.
like the layout, but I also like the selection of shit that's in here. Like,
Thank you, brother.
you got obviously the sneakers, cards,
Thank you.
fucking everything, collectibles. There's a
Thank
lot
you.
of cool shit in here.
Thank you.
Jerseys, obviously, which
jerseys.
we're gonna get
Appreciate
into
that.
and show off later. But
Appreciate that.
this is a vibe. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is super cool, bro.
Thank you, man.
This is definitely our best looking
Oh, definitely.
episode by
Yeah.
far, bro.
Yeah, for
Hell
sure.
yeah. Hell yeah. I'm
We all got
excited
our,
for you
we
guys
all
to
got
come
our
back,
kits
man.
on.
Yeah, we on our
Know what I mean?
Joe
You
La
already
Puma
know.
fucking sneaker shopping vibes.
For real?
That's how this shit looks flyer than that.
But
to be
yo,
honest.
for real, does. It honestly does.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, welcome to another episode of Catch the Fade. I am Miggs. That is my co-host, Ozzy.
That's me.
And this is a great friend of ours, the 135 amateur Muay Thai champion
Sir.
of Combat Night, Matt Makaveli Baran. What's up, brother?
No, thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate you.
Thank you
Gentlemen,
for being
man.
on,
Thank you
bro.
for coming
I'm
through,
excited
bro.
to be here.
Hell yeah.
Been watching y'all for a little minute now. Y'all doing your thing.
Hey, man, we trying.
Yeah.
We try.
I love
Thank
the
you.
passion that y'all put into everything you do, not only, you know, with the podcast, but in all aspects of your life. So it's very inspiring, man.
Appreciate that, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Same with you, bro. Honestly,
Same,
man,
yeah.
you're multifaceted.
Thank you.
Another multifaceted dude, man, who takes everything he does full time seriously,
Thank you.
and that's why you got that. I've seen you put in the hard work for years. So
Thanks, man. Did you guys watch the stream of the fight? Yeah.
yes, we
Yes,
watched
you
the
wa-
pay per view.
yes.
You
Yeah,
guys watched the pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys maybe what kind of expectations or like what kind of vibes were you guys on before you started the pay-per-view like going into the pay-per-view, because you guys have trained with me. you
Yeah.
know?
Oh nah, bro.
And,
And then we went to the open workout with you
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
the night prior, and
was amazing.
I don't think I've ever seen you that sharp, bro. And you're sharp, and I've seen you sharp.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Actually, it was you had the song that you choose to put on
The whole
during
playlist.
the whole playlist.
The
And
same playlist.
bro,
I
I'm
had
like, I'm in there
playing
like
this morning.
low key. I had goosebumps. I'm like, bro, it's pad work. What it,
Thank
bro?
you.
Amazing.
Yeah.
The goal was to just replicate exactly to the T what would be happening the next day, down to the time that we had it at.
Mhm.
We were there around 9 o'clock at Gracie's day before.
Mhm.
I was fighting around 9 o'clock the next day. So we were able to play the same music, do the same exact warm up on the pads with Coach Grindle, straight into visualizing the fight, and then the 3 rounds of that pad work that we did.
Yeah, bro.
So
High
literally
intensity.
was fight simulation.
Yeah, bro. Walk them down. Walk them down. Walk them down.
Sir.
Sweep.
Yes, sir.
And you executed the game plan beautifully. I didn't really, like I was saying before, I didn't like the commentary at all. But I hate to be too negative about it, because bro, you got the dub, and I was super proud. Bro, you could have lost that fight, and I would have been so proud of what you did throughout that whole camp,
Appreciate you.
leading into it, that I would have been like, good shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I think for me, it's about finding the balance between understanding that it is an MMA promotion, finding the balance between that and also knowing how much I put into the sport of Muay Thai. Like, I'm not an MMA guy.
Yeah, it's Muay Thai.
I have kickboxing fights, and one of my favorite fighters is a kickboxer, but I don't feel like a kickboxer. Like, I really feel like a Muay Thai guy.
Yeah, and
and that's how
we
I
both
train.
started off very traditional.
Shout
Like,
out Coach
very,
Smitty.
yo, Coach Smitty.
Coach Smitty,
Crew
Crew Smitty.
the crew.
Bro, one of the best people on earth, bro.
Absolutely.
Crew, thank you for getting me into this beautiful, violent,
Yeah.
peaceful sport.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, very traditional coming from him.
Yeah.
And so we've both kind of ventured out and done like different kind of things as well.
Yeah.
I'm doing Bang Muay Thai right now with Oscar, and it's really fun. But bro, what? Because you know, getting used to not having your body squared up and this body is very different. So you have to break all these habits.
Absolutely.
And I was barely good at traditional Muay Thai. I just started getting decent, you know? So it's difficult. So I've seen you go through different styles too.
It started with my coaches screaming at me to angle, right? And staying in orthodox, moving to my left is real easy. You know, you take that front step. But, you know, moving to your right in orthodox, it's, you know, not as quick. You know, you taking that big step. So I was like, well, if I can get good in both stances, I have options at all times to move around my opponent. And that was before I even got with Coach Grindle and his system. Coach Grindle, very footwork oriented, which has been really nice for me because I love the technical aspect of the sport. Especially like golden age guys, you know what I mean? And Muay Thai. And Grindle's system, man, it just kind of took me to another level. In terms of just being composed, being prepared at all times, always having an option, even though, you know, whether or not my opponent is doing something or he's not, it's always my turn. I always have the ball in a sense, as like with his system, whether that's a feint, whether that's a strike, whether that's a control, whether that's to disengage, to engage, we're always diversifying our offense and our defense at all times. So we're never offensively minded, never defensively minded at Outcast Kickboxing. We're doing both at all times. And that really, I feel, is what leveled me up to where I now am getting these opportunities.
Man.
I mean? So shout out Coach Grindle.
He came to, you weren't there, so it wasn't your gym at that time, but our gym.
Oh, word?
Once, and he worked on some clinch work with us a lot. Just the little details, the little nuanced things that like we would work in the clinch and fighting for the underhooks and shit. I was like, this is little details that you don't think about. But then he's in there and he'll just put his arm in a certain position where I'm like, I can't move at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm at his mercy, and he didn't really even waste much energy. So it was really cool, like getting just that little hour and a half to pick his brain in the clinch.
It's almost a different sport.
It could be its own
really
sport.
Is. It was cool to get to pick his brain for that little bit, and I use a lot of the stuff that he taught us just in that one day. Whenever I'm in the clinch,
I think that's like the biggest thing that people sleep on with Coach Grindle is his clinch is phenomenal. Phenomenal, and that's really where my clinch came from, because
clinch shined in your championship fight.
Thank you.
And the sweeps
shined, bro. And
I think the
timing
sweeps were the thing that most like stood out, you know, because they were they were so often. There was a lot of them, but also the way you swept him and the style that you would just walk off on. And you know what I'm saying? It was showboaty, but not a cocky, but it was a showboaty, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is Muay Thai.
That's big Thai points, bro. That's big Thai points, bro.
When I walk in there, my goal is I want to show that I have better Muay Thai than the person that's standing across from me.
Especially in a Muay Thai championship fight, you know what I'm saying? It should be doing that.
Yeah, and one day, God willing, there'll be a point where I'm stepping across from somebody that has had significantly more time, that has been training their whole life in Muay Thai. But regardless, I'm still keeping that mentality. I'm there to show that I have better Muay Thai than this guy and make it exciting, you know? So that's
you did a good job at it, man. And I think I could probably say what your style looked like in that fight and has looked like to me lately since training with Rich. It looks like you're causing chaos for them while staying very calm. And it looks like you're always just trying to make it chaotic for them, but you're so calm. So your face is always the same. Your pace is amazing in timing, but still very, I'm not going to waste any energy that I don't need to. I'm not going to make any faces I don't even need to. But I'm going to walk you down, and it's going to be chaotic for you while I'm chilling. And I think that adds up throughout a 3-round or a 5-round fight. I think that's going to add up crazy.
Absolutely. Bro. And the contrast of that is thinking back to the actual bout itself, or whether it's the bout, whether it's sparring, I'm going through all the emotions. Like, my internal dialogue is saying, fuck, that hurt. That elbow was nice as hell. Like, things like that. So even though, like, I'm extremely stoic when I'm out there, when I'm on the mats, I'm feeling all of it. But, you know, you
got to be, right? You're like, but your poker face is crazy. And, you never let them see it.
Never.
And they're like, I gotta keep going this way. And now that I'm at the cage again.
I could be ready.
I mean, he was at the cage. He was at the cage all night, but I've seen other guys also be at the cage all night. So I'm not surprised by it. But
You know what really
It looked
helped me?
chaotic for him. It looked calm for you.
You know what really helped me for this one too? I don't know what your experience was, Ozzy, when you fought on the Beecham card, but the morning of, I went and ate my breakfast actually right where they put the cage before they had started setting up the cage. So when I refueled, I went ahead and sat there and I just kind of soaked in the energy of the room. And then later on that day, once they actually had the cage up, I went and I did my entire warm-up routine that I would normally do at Gracie's or with Rich before our sessions.
Yeah.
And I did it in the cage, which was really nice.
Oh, word?
I was expecting like fighters to be coming in
3 rounds?
Yeah, dude, I did like
Wow.
15 minutes in the cage.
Damn, that's amazing.
The day of the fight.
Did you find that you were one of the first people there?
Yeah, I was one of the only people there.
Yeah.
Like there were barely any fighters coming in, and a few times had a few fighters like kind of walking around, and whenever somebody else was in the cage, I made sure like, hey, like this is your space too. This is not,
Yeah.
But I was surprised like how quick they were kind of moving through the cage because I want to spend all the time in there that I can. The more that I can
Feel that cage
get
out,
my
you're gonna be in
nerves
there.
out, and that's something that I felt has helped me a lot. Even though I only have 4 amateur fights,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
but it's
for me,
about learning what works, right?
We showed up fairly early. There were other people there. They were just finishing up the cage.
Yeah.
I did get a little bit of time to walk around the cage,
Mhm.
but we did most of our warm up in the back.
Okay.
We didn't spend a lot of time in the cage, but I did walk around, just
Yeah.
kind of get a feel of just more so putting my back on the cage and just feeling what it feels like. Because in the dojo, we have walls and stuff but it's not the same.
Yeah.
Like I don't ever feel trapped in there, and it's sparring. So if you do get in a weird spot that you can't get out, you just call time and you go back to the center because there's other people sparring. You don't
Yes.
want to be in their ring, so
Yeah.
you don't really have that pressure
Mhm.
per se when you're in training.
Yeah.
So I just kind of wanted to feel out the cage and just kind of feel like what it would feel like to kind of bounce off of it.
Yeah.
Should I have my back to the cage? That didn't end up being the case.
Yeah.
He, for the most part, had his back against the cage a lot of the time. So
Yeah.
I didn't need to use that. But that was
Nice.
really the only thing I wanted to get in the cage for, was just
Yeah.
kind of feel what it was like
For
to
sure.
just have your back against the cage.
For sure.
But that was it. We did most of the workout in the back. And I don't know, did you guys get ready in the bar next to Beecham?
Yes.
So
Yes.
the only thing I didn't like about that, it worked in our favor.
Were you blue or red corner?
I was red.
Okay, I
Yeah.
was blue for.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the only thing I didn't like about that is, and it worked in my favor, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But when we first got there, everyone was together. It was separated by a curtain. So randomly we got to see our opponents
Oh yeah.
working out in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? They started
sure.
working out a little bit too early, and we were able to switch our game plan right on the spot because
Oh, you saw something?
oh yeah. No, well,
Interesting.
Eric did.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. So
Nice.
he came around and he was like, "Hey, I know what we were planning on doing, but we're gonna switch that. We're gonna
Omaha.
Yeah, we audibled right there.
That's awesome.
We saw the way he was working out in the back, and
Yeah.
that's exactly what we exploited. And so it worked in my favor.
Yeah.
But had I been him, I would have been, been like,
Yeah.
damn, this sucks. Like,
You gotta
Yeah.
have good chemistry with your coach
Yeah,
as well
yeah.
to have that confidence to do that. So I
Yeah.
respect that.
and he's
Yeah.
very experienced. His dad's been competing since the early '90s,
Yeah.
even before he
Grew up
competed all
in it,
throughout
bro,
the
yeah.
2000s. So he's very experienced at like what it's like at these events behind the scenes,
Yeah.
what everybody's trying to do to get these just a little edge. You know what I'm saying? So he
Yeah.
knew like, okay, we're here early. I'm gonna go check this guy out because we had
Yeah.
no footage. It was
Yeah.
his first fight. He was from South Africa. We
Yeah.
had no footage. So it worked against
That's a
him. but-
beautiful thing, like going into a fight, like not really knowing anything about your opponent, because it's just like sparring.
Yo,
it's just like when that new
Anything
guy-
can show up, right? It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like when that
crazy.
new guy comes
Anything
to
can
the
show up.
gym.
And for us,
That's wild.
so
bro.
I guess the dude, the kid, 'cause he's a lot younger than me, had a lot of hype behind him coming.
Oh
out of
yeah,
South-
actually, Matt, you were supposed to fight him,
Oh yeah, Duvan.
Duvin, or Duvan,
Or
Duvin.
something. Yeah. So
Yeah, you were supposed to fight
Yeah,
him too,
so
and he pulled out. I
he was
think.
coming.
On 2 different occasions, my boy stubbed his toe.
Yeah.
I hope
Um,
his toe's okay by now, though.
No,
I
it
don't
might
know.
be
Uh-uh.
alright.
Damn.
No, I
Oh,
just,
no, but he
I
did.
spent a lot of time training for him,
Yeah. No,
and then back to back he pulled out. So I
Bro,
do have a little.
2 camps is crazy.
Yeah.
You
No,
should
no,
probably
I
feel a
get
certain way.
On a week's notice, I fought 2 different people as well. One 30 pounds heavier than me. The
Yeah,
other
he was
guy,
what 185, right?
He's a big boy. Respect to Jordan Pitts. Yeah, he actually has a fight coming up
Bruh.
next month. I'm excited to watch him back in there.
What promotion?
Rivals, I believe,
Rivals.
if I'm not wrong.
They're
Yeah,
dope.
but he's a good guy, super dope. And we had a great fight, and so I appreciate
Nice.
him.
I think where I was going with that was he had, no, you're good. I remembered, but he had a lot of hype coming behind him, and we had no footage.
Yeah.
He had no fights, and my coach knew that he had all this hype. He didn't tell me though.
Yeah,
At the time I was 35, I think. Yeah, I was 35.
Yeah.
This kid's 19,
Yeah.
6 something, long, lanky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're thinking he's gonna fight similar to me. A lot of kicks, stay out. That's how I
Yeah,
fight. I
even
love
against
range.
me, then I'm longer.
Yeah, I
and
love range.
He'll
If
stay
I can,
outside.
if
Yeah.
I can move around, I'm gonna move around on you. So,
Yeah.
but we thought that's what he was gonna do, or that's what they thought. I didn't
Yeah.
know what he was gonna do because I
Yeah.
didn't look him up. There was nothing to really see. So I was like, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna just work on me. I'm gonna train on me, and we just gonna go in there. Somebody got to lose. And my mom flew in from New York,
Yeah.
so it ain't gonna be me. Like my
Yeah.
mom didn't come all the way over
The
here to
flight,
watch me
yeah,
lose. You know what I'm
dude,
saying?
that-
Like me and my mom grew up fighting together. Like
Yeah.
I fought a kid while my mom fought his mom at the same time. So like my mom's not about to
hard.
see me lose.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to moms. My mom's just crazy. She will fight.
Shout out, Mom
Yeah.
Dukes.
Dude.
But yeah, the whole thing behind that was just like he came.
yo, if you lose this fight, I'm gonna fuck you
Yeah,
up.
that she might have fought me in the ring right after. Growing up, she always said like,
however you get inspiration.
nah,
bro. Get
yeah.
inspiration,
Growing up, the
bro.
thing was you don't start fights, you don't bother nobody, you never be a bully. But if someone hits you or anything and you don't swing back, you're gonna get your ass whooped when you come
You
home
gonna
too.
finish that
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
though.
Finish the fight, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
stand
but
your
he
ground.
came with a lot of hype, and we didn't know that. But it was lucky that we got to see what he was gonna do
Yeah.
beforehand, and we kind of got to game plan for that.
You
It was
sauced
cool.
that shit.
Yeah,
Good shit.
That was such a cool experience too, man. Being there with him and watching him get in there and have to go through that whole camp,
Yeah.
diet down, discipline like crazy, lock in, walk through the cage. I'm seeing the same things he's talking about right now as
Yeah.
far as lanky kid, in
Yeah.
shape, young, youthful. He probably wants to like make a real career out
Yeah.
of this at that
Mhm.
age, right?
At that
Oscar
time.
being 35 years old is like, I do this because I need to do this. Or I'm gonna go nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a little different.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's locked in. He walked in there. Then he just started saucing him up, honestly, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of sauced him the fuck up. It was really cool. And then just watching the after grades, I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
And
Let's
me
go.
enjoying and kind of being more into Muay Thai. I caught one of his kicks,
Oh,
Yeah.
word.
and I returned an overhand.
Nice.
I wouldn't be
knocked him
able
down
not
with it.
to, bro. I
It was
don't
a
think-
great shot.
Yeah.
But I got pulled to the side for it because they were like, "This is kickboxing. This is not Muay Thai. You can't do that." But at the end of the day, like I
Good
remember
ref.
when I hit
Yeah.
him, and when he hit the ground and he looked up at me,
Yeah.
the look in his eyes, like the fight changed right then because I was in the middle of the first round, so that I could see. I was like, "Okay, cool."
It's almost worth getting one.
Yeah, exactly.
In a
Call me to the side,
kickboxing
give me a
match,
little
fuck it,
warning,
bro,
even if
catch
you
it.
took
Wow.
a point, like. I won every round. So I still would have
Yeah.
won the fight with that point, and I could see that changed the tide of the fight.
Yeah.
Just getting that knockdown and being like, damn, this small ass 35-year-old grown man just knocked me down. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
the look in his eyes would change real quick. And I
Knockdowns are
didn't listen to
everything.
the rules when they were telling me kickboxing. I just said, we fighting, bro. I don't fucking
Yeah.
know. What can I do? What can I do?
That would be
Yeah.
really hard for me.
It was
In a
super hard.
kickboxing match, not to
I
catch
almost
a
did
kick,
UFC
bro. It would
multiple
be really,
times.
really difficult.
Multiple
bro.
times I
How hard
watched
was
it.
that for you? Because you can catch some fucking kicks too.
Well, my first 2 amateur fights were kickboxing.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
How difficult was that to
so,
not catch a kick, bro?
Rich and Dane are like the plan. Coach Grindle and Coach Hansen. The plan was to take away my best weapons. Like I love to clinch, and I'm a sweeper. I've been a sweeper since day one. So we said, all right, let's put me in kickboxing. My boxing, I haven't been working on my boxing as long, but let's go ahead and work the system that I've been, learning from Rich. And then go and do some kickboxing matches to see kind of how it goes, get my competition jitters out. And, I did pretty well. Did pretty well those first 2 ones. But not being able to catch those kicks was just a matter of changing it during the training camp.
Yeah.
Just being extremely intentional that every time I trained, it was, hey guys, I'm kickboxing. Like, hey bro, do you mind doing a Muay Thai round with me? Sorry.
I'm not doing it.
I can't. Like, I'm preparing to step in the cage. Everything from visualizing during my jogging, during my road work, to anytime I'm in the gym, I'm already in the cage 2 months from now. With those rules, the rule set, visualizing.
Watching
the
yourself get
opponent.
better in that same cage.
Absolutely.
Over and exactly.
Yeah.
Throughout time.
Yeah.
I got 8 weeks. Okay. Now
Yeah.
that week of the fight,
Yeah.
it's like, all right, I'm the best version of myself in that same situation.
And going back to your question, now that I am just fighting, Muay Thai, especially after this opportunity that I was given, now I'll just be fighting full rules Muay Thai from now on. It feels like I have all of my tools and I can just kind of express myself and be as creative as I want to in there. And that's part of why I love the sport itself so much.
Absolutely.
Being able to catch that kick, throw it down, get
Elbow.
my boxing combos off, or go into the sweep. And those are options that I have from taking it back, doing the side missions with kickboxing, and then now, you know,
movement is good for movement for sure too.
Amazing.
Kickboxing for movement, man. Because I didn't even notice how, you know, when I started with Crew Smitty, he had to make me stop moving around. He was like, you need to, like, you have to chill, bro, because I don't know what I thought. I thought I was maybe Floyd Mayweather or some shit like that, bro. I didn't know who I was, bro. I'm over here. I'm just trying to get out. They said hit and don't hit. Yeah. You know, so that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah. He's like, dude, he's like, yeah, I can't hit you, but you can't hit me either, you know? Yeah. And bro, he had to it took months to a
lot of wasted energy.
Maybe more than months, man. It might have took a year. Yeah. For me to finally get a good system of being able to find my range and sit there and get right out and right in
and now his whole style's getting flipped. Now he has to move,
bro. Now we're telling him, I cannot.
Now we're telling him, bro, you need to move,
bro. As soon as I sit still, I'm getting pieced up. So it's really cool though, because what starts to happen is it feels like shit, right? But it's that's kind of the most. That's the best part almost, even though it's the most frustrating part. But it's the best part because it's you have to really lock in and put yourself because you're like, bro, I'm ass. I look crazy, bro. Like, what is this? But it also starts to blend, right? So that's where I was getting to is that those kickboxing matches are awesome because you're very tight. You had to get all that movement. Yeah. And now you understand movement in the Muay Thai fights as well. And you can do both. You can hop in and out.
What do you think is the biggest thing that you took with you training from Crew Smitty that now you take to your other coaches and your other gyms?
Leadership.
Leadership?
Leadership. Yeah. He treated me like a leader from day one. Yeah. He treated me like a leader from day one. Mm-hmm. And how to control my emotions. Yeah. Not in the ring, outside of it. Okay. Outside of training, outside of Muay Thai, outside of fighting, how to control what I'm feeling outside when I'm at work. Yeah. When I'm doing this right now, when I just got frustrated setting the mics up, how to draw that back and go. Yeah. And while he was teaching, he never taught it while we were here. Yeah. It was always sitting down somewhere else. But it started to go and travel inside. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe that was on purpose, but he's a genius.
I share a lot of those feelings. For
sure. That might be
a genius, bro.
For sure.
That might be like a common thread between good coaches because I feel like Eric is the same. Okay. Where the leadership part, since the beginning, I wasn't the best striker. Maybe I had one of the better kicks in the class, but I wasn't the greatest striker yet. And he would still have me in there helping coach the kids, train, take class and help the kids because even though I'm not the best of the adults, but compared to the kids, I still know some stuff. So from the beginning, he was encouraging of get in here, help with class if you want, if it's something you're interested in. And then same thing you said with the emotions. You saw me lose my cool yesterday. Maybe 2 weeks ago. No, just every day of my life, honestly. But in the gym, 2 weeks ago? You saw me lose my cool.
But and you reeled it back pretty good, bro.
But in him, he's basically my family. Yeah. Known him most of my life now, and on and off. And it would have been easy for him to side with me over someone who doesn't normally train with us that often. Yeah. But the one thing he did say is, no, that's not what we do in here. Keep your cool. And it's for a reason. Because if I lose my cool in the ring, I get knocked the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So it's
absolutely.
I find that's a common thread within good coaches. Teaching you leadership and how to control your emotions.
Life, bro. Quick. It's in life and see, a fight is the most dangerous thing you could be in other than war. You know what I mean? Or just anything that dangerous that your life could be ended in there. Yeah. So not controlling your emotions could end in that. You know what I mean? Yes. So it's if you carry that outside, it's awesome because it's you're doing the hard thing already. Mm-hmm. So when you're at work and you're not having the best of days or everything's not working out exactly how you wanted it to, it's it's not that serious, is it? Because today's going to end, this shift's going to end. Right, I just gotta do my best, get out of this round.
Yes.
Right. I fucked today up.
Yes.
I lost this round. Whatever. Yeah. I'm not gonna get knocked out. Just that's it. Survive this and then get it to the next thing. Yeah. And don't be too emotional about it because that's how you get hurt. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
In both, I get beat up.
Sometimes you're the nail. Yeah. Some days you're gonna be the nail.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Bro, Oscar just started camp.
Beautiful.
Ugh.
If you could tell him one thing to take into camp that you think would really, really help him have a successful camp and a good fight, what would that be? Just one thing, one gem if you could drop it on him.
Where are you fighting?
The Leo code.
Okay.
Most likely kickboxing rules.
That's a big cage. They got a big
it's bigger
cage.
than combat.
They got that white.
Is it 22?
White.
I'm not sure the size, but it
22
is
feet?
bigger than the
It's
Combat Night
bigger
ring.
than Combat Night.
Damn,
for
okay.
sure. Yeah. Oh, it seems like almost by double. It's a
That-
big cage.
That was one thing I noticed when I was
Yeah.
in the Combat Night class. I was like, it's a little bit small, but
Yeah.
we still made it
I
work.
was interested in fighting for them a little earlier on, for sure.
You didn't do Leleo?
I haven't done
thought
Leleo.
you did.
I was interested. I definitely was. It seemed cool. As far as like one thing, nothing necessarily comes to mind, but I can say what really helped me from my last camp for this one was visualizing as much as possible. So literally in my shadow boxing, in my sparring, I'm mentally going, okay, I'm in the back room. We're walking out. I'm playing my music. I think I had that playlist that I was playing this morning. The whole fight week, that's all I listened to. I literally did not listen to anything else. Towards the evening, I throw on some R&B, some Party Next Door, just to kind of unwind, because it is also dangerous to stay there for too long.
Yeah.
So I'm unwinding, but generally I'm locked. I'm finding times to pull it back, but I'm locked in. And so I would say visualize, bro. Visualize the venue, visualize your walkout, your music.
Details, right?
Every single thing. Yeah, like for Combat Night, dude, since I cornered a fighter from Gracie's a couple months before I fought, I had the chance to literally experience, okay, this is where I would be warming up. This is how the walkout is. It's cold in the venue. Let's wear a jacket, before I walk out, this, that. But little intangibles like that you wouldn't know unless you've actually been there. I was able to do. So I don't know, dude, it might even be worth like going to check out the venue beforehand.
Yeah, so we've had a few guys fight there before. Honestly,
Shout out AJ. He's a
AJ's
champ
fought
over there.
there.
Yeah.
Nice.
He is a champ
Awesome.
there. David's
That's
fought
your
there.
teammate?
Yeah,
Awesome.
man. AJ.
Yeah, you guys got some
he's been on the show.
demons over
Oh,
there,
Yeah,
bro.
we have a
Don't
really
even
good
get me
team.
started, bro.
Very close knit. We do not we, because I'm a little bit older, but they all do things together outside of training. They're very close. Even David, who we had on the pod not too long ago,
He's a killer, bro.
he's
Bro,
very
what a leader, bro. He's
very
another
involved
leader, man.
in a lot of the fighters' lives. Especially, there's been some of the fighters in the past where they're in camp, and for whatever reason, maybe they live too far, maybe whatever, they've stood with him in his house, and he's waking them up at 4 or 5 in the morning to go run, and he's not even in camp. Sometimes he's going through surgery. So we're a very close knit team,
Respect.
I think, and then it helps that there's a lot of killers, a lot of strikers. We have a very good striking system. So we're constantly getting better together. And in there, I always feel like, damn, I'm not getting any better at all. Like, I kind of fucking suck. But then when I get to test it on someone else, whether it's sparring or my fight, I'm like, oh no, I just suck compared to the guys that I'm getting better with every day. They're reading me. They know my moves. This guy's never seen me in his life. He doesn't know what I'm about to do, And that's when it clicks, like, okay, got it.
Yeah, that solve where you have those sparring partners that already know. Like, for example, I have Ralph in my gym. Demon, he should be fighting for sure this year. He knows I love that right kick. So every time we spar, he's already checking. Before I even throw, he's like showing me the check, So now I have to figure out 2 or 3 different solves for it. But then that process, we do that same exact process in the fight.
Yeah.
In real time. Because, even though we've seen footage on these guys, at the end of the day, like, when you're in there, you're not thinking, okay, I got to think about that one frame from this one video that I saw and he did this. We don't have time for that.
No, yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's right there in the moment. What are we doing? And that same thought process, that same dynamic of, okay, my buddy Ralph likes the right kick, so I'm going to show the kick, come with the hook, show the kick, go inside on that teep. You know what I mean? That same dynamic is exactly what we're doing in the fight.
Yeah.
So it is important to be sparring with new people, but there's still just as much benefit from your homeboy that knows exactly all your best shit. You know what I mean?
I just keep going with the same person that's beating the shit out of me. And I'm like, because I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that again. So I'm like, yo, let's get another one.
Yeah, I mean, like, my
this is how I'm gonna get better, and as I'm getting better, he's getting better, faster.
When I'm tired, they know when I'm like wearing out, and they'll just go harder on me. I'm like, fuck, and I'm caught in
body
a corner.
shots
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then we hug after, and it's like, all right, I needed that. You know what I'm saying? Because if I didn't get pushed like that, I would have just coasted. I might have teeped you a few times, stay out here and catch my breath. But you pushed me to where I'm like, okay, I got to get out of this, or I'm fucked.
And it's important to find comfort in that dynamic too. It's so important. Like, right before my fight, I went to go and clinch with Ben Soulfly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're familiar, bro, but
I've heard the name.
he's a demon in the clinch. English champion. He's teaching here in Orlando.
Where's he at?
I think the gym's called CSA.
Oh, it's by
I think.
it's on Michigan, and Orange.
It's by International Drive Outlets.
That's
I'm sure.
CFA, Central Florida, or something.
Yeah,
Fight.
I think Rich just started somewhere, and
He
that's
did.
the one I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah, he did.
That was
yeah.
that's right by my shop.
Heard.
Yeah,
But
So,
you
yeah.
know, what's funny is like you mentioned the visualization
Yeah.
thing, and I didn't know anyone else did this until I saw like an interview with Izzy where he talks about being in the shower and stuff. And anyone who knows me
Yeah.
knows my showers are very long, like until that water turns cold. And I do my visualization in there. I think about winning. Like I literally give my speech in there. I have shadow box in the shower. My phone is in there. I'm watching videos. I'm watching if I can find footage on anyone. And I do all of that in the shower.
Yeah.
So it's like the shower is my time for visualization. Like I've won championships in there. I've won the NBA finals in the shower.
Yeah.
I've hit buzzer beaters. You know what I'm saying? Like
absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? And that I didn't know anyone else did that
Yeah.
until he said that. I was like, that makes sense. Like that's where I feel. That's where you're most comfortable. No one's in there. You know what I'm saying? Like you can be your completely self. And
I feel vulnerable in there. Like if somebody runs up in the crib or something like that, they bust in the door or something. I'm like, damn, bro, I'm in the shower right now, bro.
We fighting naked.
You know what I mean?
It is
But
what
fuck
it
it, I
is.
just won the championship, so
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I just won the NBA finals.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
yeah, and I didn't know anyone else did that shit until I heard him say. I was like, oh shit, I thought I was the only one.
Yeah, the more we think about that shit, the more our nervous system gets trained that, oh, this is normal. Yeah. So for this one, the first time, this is the first time that I had created a mantra, or I wouldn't even say create. It was sent to me by the universe, whatever. I was doing my hill sprints like 2.5 weeks before the fight, right by my crib, right next to Silver Spurs Arena, and there's a sign, and the name of the company on the sign had like 3 C's on it. So I saw it, and I was just like, composure, clutch, champion. Like literally I just read that off. Like someone sent it to me. And I just kept repeating it. Literally I'm doing my hill sprints, repeating these.
What were the C's?
Composure. So keep my composure. Clutch up when I have to, which third round I did have to clutch up because Aiden had a great second round. Not saying he won the round, but he had a great round.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then champion, because that's our goal. That's why I was there. And I wasn't leaving without the belt.
It's probably what you were at the time, bro. Already, you know?
Bro,
you already were those things. And you
when-
just needed to kind of fine tune them, you know?
2 weeks out from the bout is when we got the offer to fight for the belt, because I was preparing for a kickboxing fight, and then 2.5 weeks out they came to us and said, hey, your opponent fell out, but we have 2 Muay Thai guys around my similar
I bet. You know I got a bad back. Motherfuckers know I got herniated discs, man.
around my similar weight, and they would be Muay Thai bouts from Ruckus. One guy was 2-1, the other guy I think 3-0. Anyways, those fell out, and they came back and said, hey, we know you've been waiting for a while, to say the least, to get on combat night. We have this opportunity, and we like to give you that opportunity to fight for the belt. So I went from kickboxing to fighting somebody, no elbows, my similar record in Muay Thai, to, hey, full rules against our champ that's 8-1-1.
That was his record? Damn.
8-1-1.
He's a tough kid, bro. What's his name?
Aiden.
Let's shout him out too.
Shout
Yo,
out
Aiden.
Aiden.
Shout out
Yeah.
to you, man. That was a tough dog of a fight.
And even the
Yeah.
fight with Kevin, he's a
Because I've
tough
sparred with
fighter.
him, which is
Yeah.
nowhere near as hard as being in a fight with him.
Yeah.
And he's a dog, bro. You didn't put him out because I would have bet my life
Dude, I hit him with
savings.
some heat. And
Yo, bro,
he ate that shit.
bro.
He
Even
took
just
some
to the
shots.
body, I saw you land a
Yeah.
nice sweep and boom.
Yeah. Dude,
To the
I've
body
got
and-
knockdowns in all 3 of my full contact fights.
And you caught him with that
And
shit you like with
I
where
hit
you
him way hard.
boom, we're stiff.
Dude, I hit him with some overhands. Motherfucker ate that
Yeah,
shit.
so he's a tough kid. Shout out to him
respect
too, man.
Aiden, for sure.
Shout out to him.
Well, he's a
And
cool
for taking a fight
first and
against an
foremost, he's a
unknown
cool-ass
dude that's
Yeah.
like, you don't know what you were going in there like. You know what I mean? And it didn't work out that good for him. So that's tough for him, man.
Yeah. Going back to earlier, like in taking the fight,
Mhm.
I was not going to say no to a fucking title fight. And like, what do we do this shit for, right?
Exactly.
But in taking the fight, I kind of told myself, like, okay, what is the version of myself that wins this fight, that actually ends up with the belt? Like, what is that version of myself? Okay, well, it's going to require this, and that. It's going to require actually being engaged for my walkout. Because my other fights, bro, I didn't even look at my crowd. I was just like locked in. And the juxtaposition with this one, that I hit some crowd work on this one.
Yeah.
That shit was awesome.
Yeah.
That shit was awesome.
It felt
and you know
like
what?
Natural. Yeah.
You were the main event, and I feel like you did what you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
I think being the main event, you're like, you know what, bro? First of all, I got my people in here. You had a crazy amount of people in there spending all kind of bread.
I love all my people in my life, bro. Like I love everybody so much.
Bro, they showed out for you. Bro, they had signs for you. It was a beautiful thing to see.
My tia, my cousin from Colombia came. Like they were here, and then it just so happened to be for the fight, but they were able to make it. My parents came. My mom has never been to a fight. My mom came to this one.
That's
so
awesome. Same.
That's amazing, man.
It was a beautiful.
Yeah, I have a picture I got to send you as well too. Did I send it to you already? Where she's holding a sign about like working hard.
Oh,
the sign
yes,
she had,
you
yeah,
did, yes.
and it's
Yes,
a
you
really
did.
cool.
Yeah,
it's
I
a cool
posted
picture.
that.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, you had fun, and you can see you had fun. Like
I had so much
and
fun.
what
bro.
do we?
Yeah.
Why? Like you're going in there to risk your life. What do you like? Can I at least have fun? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna have fun doing it, especially if your style is so composed and you look pretty in the ring. Yeah. Why not come in and look fly when you know what I'm saying? Like on your entrance. Yeah.
Like that, well, number one, I feel like that's, your fighting style is very, it's very representative of your personality in general. Like the way that you fight, the decisions that you make is a representation of like kind of your heart and your spirit. I'm kind of a little more on the reserve side, a little more on the introverted side. So even though my walkout, was kind of lively, like for my crowd, once I get in the cage, we're calm. Like we're relaxed because that's how I train. That's how I spar. So if I do anything differently, it's just going to fuck me up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, but what an experience, man.
No, that's one thing that I can say.
Yeah.
Obviously, my feelings on the organization, but the experience on fight day, I've never fought for many other organizations, but I can imagine that for fighting amateur, there's going to be many organizations that provide like a better experience. It was cool, to win and then to be talking and not looking and then turn back and my mom is in the cage and my dad's in the cage and I'm in tears because my mom gets to see
called
that.
Her in. That's
you know
that's
what I'm
nice
saying? Stuff like that is like, dude, this is my first fight. I'm an amateur. You don't have to. You could just move on to the next fight. You guys got bigger names on the card. I don't know what it was about me. I don't know if it was the performance or the age difference or
that
what.
Means you killed that shit,
yeah,
bro.
they expect this guy to.
That shit out.
They expected him to go in there and bust my ass, and it didn't happen. But they were really cool, and I'm sure they're not doing it for me. They're doing it for them in the time. But it worked both ways.
Yeah.
It was a cool experience. I didn't really have anything to complain about on the night. Like,
nice.
It was a really cool experience knowing that like my friends and family from other states are able to stream that and watch me fight,
Yeah.
They grew up knowing I was always a hothead, but they never got to see that. So for them to be able to see like, oh, this is what he was doing all those years being stupid in the streets. Like he actually, he
needed to be doing.
This is what he should have been doing instead of doing this stupid shit in the streets.
Yeah.
So
like he can't help it. He has to do this shit.
Isn't it amazing and isn't it beautiful that, this 90% of the time we're going to training, we're pulling up, spark before training, got your tunes in the car, you pull up, just you and the homies training, you get a crazy workout in, you lock in, forget about the whole world for 2 hours. Then, you go home, simmer down. But isn't it amazing how that experience stretched out over months and months and months, and then you fight, and then it opens up this whole world of opportunity when ultimately, like, the kernel of it is we just fucking love training.
Yeah.
And that is such a wonderful thing that...
It should save my life for real.
Like,
low-key, I know that's like,
I
don't know, maybe it is hyperbole, right? But it's like,
nah,
I wasn't feeling that good, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I wasn't feeling that good.
Yeah.
I mean, I look like a whole completely new person.
Yeah.
I feel like a completely new person. I have a completely new mindset
Yeah.
and way I approach life in general. I've achieved things since I started that I didn't even think about before. You know what I mean?
You have to love martial arts to train this shit because
Yeah.
it's a lot easier to go play table tennis. It's a lot on the body. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. Obviously, all of those sports are very hard. I've played most sports that exist.
Yeah.
I've tried almost everything, but to go into training knowing the purpose of me being there is to hit someone and they're gonna hit me.
Yeah.
Like that is the point of being there.
Yeah.
I know you're drilling and stuff, but you're drilling for sparring.
Yeah.
and you're essentially paying every month to go in there and get kicked, to get punched. And even when you land the kicks and punches, it still hurts you. Your feet hurt from landing kicks. Your hands hurt from landing punches.
You're exhausted.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Mentally drained from thinking about all the punches coming at you. You know what I'm saying? And when you can just go play table tennis and have a drink at a bar, or you can go play pool, that's a lot.
But that's what I used to do. I used to just drink.
So you
that was like what I was like, you know,
fuck
fucking, I'm gonna have
to
some
the fucking
drinks.
gym every day with the intention of getting hurt.
Yeah,
to better yourself.
If you don't give everything to the sport, you'll get exposed. You're gonna, whether it's in the training room,
even as a hobbyist, bro. It's like I need to show up, bro. If I miss a couple, I'm like, fuck. I'm cooked, bro. But even then, it's like I know I'm not gonna be a pro fighter, bro. But it's like if I miss too much time, my mind starts doing backflips.
I had a few people when I let them know that I was fighting on combat night say, "Oh, amateur or pro?" I was amateur. Oh,
like that.
I had a few people, and it's kind of.
Were they fighters?
No, so of course not. Because of,
no fighter would say that, right? Yeah.
But it's whether or not you're an amateur, whether you're doing a PMT, whether you're doing a hard sparring showcase at a gym, it takes a lot.
Yeah,
like we kind of are surrounded by people and mentors and other fighters that do it, but like when you take a step back,
take a step outside of that world.
This is like, it's a beautiful process, and it requires everything, but it is not easy, man.
No, not at all.
It is not easy
to even be like amateur or pro. Like, okay,
once you've stepped in the cage, so there is a difference. I think
to be a pro, no one can just be a pro without fighting amateur. It's part of the rules.
Yeah, you have to go through that.
Yeah. So it's like, just for you being like, it's like, okay, bro, your favorite fighter in the world had to be an amateur at once. You can't just go pro. It's part of the process.
Yeah.
So I have to take so many amateur fights.
But I feel like there is a difference between a hobbyist and taking that walk in and them locking that cage though. And that's a big reason I'm like, yo, I really, really, really want to take a fight just because whatever, win, lose, draw, but I want to have the experience of having to face all of those nerves and all of that fear and getting exhausted in there and pushing myself because I have to.
Yeah.
And I think that's like the next level of the mind outside of training, right? So I think that helps me in my career and in my endeavors outside of the gym to that next level. I think I don't know yet, but maybe amateur and pro does that as well. Like once you take them shins off and them elbow pads ain't there anymore, maybe it's like, okay, this is gonna help me outside a little bit more now.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But once you step in that cage, can't nobody who's never stepped in that cage really tell you shit.
Absolutely.
I could never. You know what I mean? And not for nothing, I'm decent. You know what I mean?
You're home.
Especially for 35-year-old, I don't know, ex-alcoholic or whatever I am.
You're a demon, bro.
You feel me?
You're a demon.
Thank you, bro. Yeah. No, but I couldn't tell you shit, and I couldn't tell you shit because I seen y'all make the walk, and I seen the cage lock, and y'all follow through with it and win.
Yeah.
So it's like I wouldn't dare be like, you ain't. You ain't did that.
Yeah. You know what I kind of went through on this one as well in the beginning, especially in my PMTs, and I think my first and second amateur fight, a lot of my motivation intrinsically came from not wanting to lose. So I was so afraid of getting knocked out in front of my friends and family.
That's my biggest fear too.
And not wanting to lose, but it's so draining. Like it is so draining. And something that I found on the last one, and definitely this one, which also crosses into like faith territory, is having faith in your training, knowing that you're doing, but that requires actually training properly.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're training properly versus not, right? But like really, if you're training properly, getting good sleep, doing everything that you can, and there's always going to be other variables that are going to affect you. But as long as
it takes that
genuinely doing everything that you can have faith in your process. You can have faith in that, and that's something that I feel like I'm just starting to learn. Like it's, if I go in there and, the other guy has a vote and something happens to me, at the end of the day, I know I gave my all and I'm proud and I have faith in that. So that kind of it unlocks you to just be as creative as you can in there.
Yeah, you took the steps. You did everything in your power. So you can't go in there and be like, I knew I should have, I knew I should have ran those sprints.
Your body knows what to do. Your cardio's there. You know what I mean? Just go and express yourself. You know what I mean? And if you put in the right amount of work, You know, if you're open, because also you can step in there mentally losing the battle first.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, this guy's super good, and my training partner said to be careful for this weapon and this and that. You know what I mean?
Having to block that out, that's not easy.
Yeah, man.
That's not easy at all. Because
Yeah.
bro, you go through that in everything. It's like
Yeah.
even with this, it's like if we got caught up on like, oh man, we did this work, we did that work for the pod. Man, we really feel like we have this. I hope we don't get a low amount of views.
Yeah.
If we went into it like that every week, we would have stopped a long time ago.
Honestly, yeah.
We would have stopped.
Yeah.
So it transfers over to fighting too. It's like,
Absolutely.
bro, you're gonna stop and you're gonna gas yourself out. You're not gonna want to do this shit anymore because that's a worse opponent. You like fighting, or you wouldn't be doing the shit.
And then
But you don't like thinking about getting your ass beat
Yeah,
in
and-
front of your family. So why do it?
The first round, Aiden hit me with an overhand. He stepped through. I believe he was an orthodox. Stepped through in a southpaw, threw that overhand punch, and it did hit me. Caught it, got my clinch grips, first sweep of the fight.
Mhm.
So that can either go one of two ways.
You're
Hits
gonna be
me,
like, fuck.
oh shit, he already hit me.
yeah.
You know, and then maybe I go for the clinch, and then
And
I
you start backing up and not following your game plan?
or he just gave me what the game
Something
plan
to
is,
grab.
which is to clinch him up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Even
Word.
though you just scored and hit me, now I'm going to do an even bigger score and get you to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And during fight week, during the 2 months leading up to fight camp, every day, I feel like you kind of have that opportunity to say, okay, do I just back up and continue letting him score, or do I get my grips and sweep? Every single day, you have that opportunity to do that. And whatever.
When you're pushed to your brink already, it's hard.
And if you get that practice every single day of fight camp, by the time you get to the fight, you've already been doing
You're
that
like, yeah,
shit
you're
every
hardened.
day.
Everything is fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
But going back to what we were talking about earlier, that requires you got to give it everything. And if that's what you're already doing, you get to the fight, you having fun in there, my boy, because it's like that's what you've been doing for
Yeah.
2 months.
I used
know?
to think about like, damn, I don't want to lose in front of my family. But I think I did when I did the first PMT.
Yeah.
I won the first one.
No, I'm saying that helped you though. Like it helped you.
No, so what I was gonna say was I caught a few like low blows and stuff that I had to work through.
Yeah.
And then I remember thinking like, back like, I love all my friends and I would never like, I've never had an issue with a friend where I think I have to fucking fight them to begin with at all. But knowing like, other than maybe one friend that I have that trains, I could probably beat up all my friends. Any friend that would laugh at me for getting knocked out in a fight that I put myself in, I can probably fuck you up anyways. So what are we even talking about here? You know, like, and I kind of put
Like,
that
would
in
they
my
do it,
head.
you know?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
would you even do this? So I kind of put that in my head, and once I took those first like low blows, and I was like, I started thinking about like, does anybody that I know would they have got up from a nut shot? You know what I'm saying? Like, so then I started thinking like, and then when I went to the second PKB or PMT or whatever it's called, I ended up losing.
I think
that
it's
one.
both.
I
Yeah,
lost that
PKB,
one.
PMT.
Yeah, I think it depends on which set of rules
Point
you do.
kickboxing,
Yeah.
point Muay Thai. Yeah.
But I ended up losing that one. So I didn't win all the PKBs, and I
But
won
you were
the
getting
first
low
fights.
blowed in that one too, right?
Every single
Bro, every
single one I
fight,
did.
yeah, because I went to both.
Every single fight I've had, other than Duvan, I didn't get
Me
low
too.
blowed there. But every PMT, I caught low blows in every single one.
Y'all switching too much,
I don't
man.
know what it
I'm sure that's what it is. I switch a lot.
He
I
switches
switch
so
a lot,
much,
and I
but
kick
it
out
works
of
for
every
you.
switch stance.
Well, generally,
everything.
as switch fighters, we're going to be switching forward, which, we're invading space a lot. So
that inside leg kick is gonna come right up into that.
that or the knee or something.
That's what
But
you got.
Yeah, we're invading their space. They feel like, oh, fuck, like I got to do something. And then, boom, that strike that comes out
Yeah,
is
because
ugly. And then
If you can't take that step back fast and you're coming in, it's like,
Yeah.
and you're throwing, it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
You might rush it.
Yeah.
It's not as accurate as it, but yeah, he got low blowed
I got
really
low
bad
blows
in that
every,
PKB.
every one of my PMT fights. Yeah.
What do you feel that you took a lot of benefit from those first two
Oh, I-
PMTs going into your amateur fight?
I love them. I tell everyone like, if you can do a points Muay Thai, I highly recommend it.
Yes.
PMT, PKB, whichever one you want to do.
Yeah.
Like the pressure of knowing it's not even allowed
Yeah.
to get knocked out, and if they see anyone going too hard, that's it. They call it that pressure. Even though like in your head as a man or even as a woman,
Yeah.
as a competitor, as a fighter, you want to go in there and get a knockout. Like that's what we live for in this sport is the finish. But on the flip side, being your first time fighting, not having to worry about getting hurt
Yeah.
and knowing that if someone's going too crazy, someone's gonna like intervene. You're not gonna get
Yeah.
killed in there.
Yeah.
I think that pressure not being on there is really good. And then
Yes.
it being so small, but also it's like you couple hundred people in there at least sometimes.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's hot.
Yeah,
The air's thick.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know what it's now.
There's
I've
more-
done this in front of people that are not just my family. There's other people's family here too. So you get a little bit of a taste of a crowd before. Now you're talking about a combat night. There's easily 1,000 people watching you between the streams, between there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
everyone's watching. It's just gonna live on the internet. There's a different pressure that I recommend.
Yeah.
Like go that PMT route if you can.
The PMTs are funny because I've even had coaches explain to me that they don't like the PMTs for the reason that you can't bring the intensity all the way up. And that to me is interesting because in the same way that when you're doing pads with that new guy and they're going way too fast, way too hard, and they're not working on the technique, right? Oftentimes that same guy will leave the gym and he'll come back 3 months later with some excuse, whatever, and he looks the same exact way that he
That's
did
me, low key,
when
bro.
he first started, right? So now taking that dynamic, you go to the actual fights when you begin your amateur fights. That same thing happens even to us that we train all the time. That's why a lot of amateur fights look the way that they do, that they're sloppy, they're not technical, because immediately they're going too fast, going way too hard, right? So now, what is the solution to that? To make the entire amateur scene look a lot cleaner, more technical, which will lead to those fancy knockouts. Because you don't typically see knockdowns in amateur fights, let alone knockouts, right? Unless you're in the small gloves, right?
Which Florida just got rid of.
Yeah.
Muay Thai, at
Sucks,
least.
right? So that solution would be technical competitions where you are not allowed to bring up the intensity. But when you think about it, that's the way that you should be fighting when you first start out anyways, which is technical. We have a game plan, you know, because if you're going for the knockout, you're not going to get it. If you want it in life, if you want it too bad, you're not going to get it.
You're showing them. Yeah, it's like it's hell.
So that's to me the real benefit that people don't talk about. You are forced to fight the way that you should be fighting in your first amateur fights anyways.
And
yeah.
to say you can't bring the intensity, like
Are they still
you can
cracking?
bring
though?
intensity without
they're
hitting.
still fights.
Yeah,
They're
without
still fights.
throwing as much power as you have. Like
Exactly.
there's speed, there's you know what I'm saying, accuracy, there's your
Techniques, certain techniques that aren't going to be knockouts that you could do just as hard
Exactly.
as a real fight. Like you can get really good at sweeps.
Yeah, and
And they're gonna score really high.
Exactly.
And if
So
any-
practice on your fucking sweeps. You're not gonna knock somebody out with a sweep, bro. And you could dump them just the same way as you would in the cage.
Yeah.
So why not go in and work on something that you could do like that? That's not the big knockout. Because realistically speaking, man, if you're hunting a knockout every fight, you're gonna start to lose a lot of fights.
Yeah.
Because it's like
you're gonna be getting knocked out.
you
every
can't
fight.
you can't knock somebody out every fight. You know how rare that is?
Yeah,
It's
you're
like,
gonna
bro.
get exposed by, you know, you face that technical fighter that's like, okay, you're looking for the knockout, I'm gonna punish you this whole fight. Because
Now
you're coming
bleeding,
forward,
cut.
I'm gonna teep you, I'm gonna grab and sweep you. Like I have solves for that. You know what I mean? So if you don't have a plan B, a plan C that you can actually work on with no consequences in a PMT, like what, you lost a PMT, okay, it's not on your record, who cares? Like it's literally part of the training process. You know what I mean?
Should treat it like sparring. Like there's no winner or loser really. You know what I mean? It's
And also
like,
fights.
did you get better?
Yeah.
Did
Fights
you
are the
something?
same way too, though. Like part of the training process. Like once I made that switch, like, you know, fighting is just part of getting better. You know, because when you fight, you get 2 or 3 months of experience in one night. You look at it that way,
And
it's
you
like,
and you got
fuck yeah,
the
awesome.
belt on your last one, and I bet that
Hell yeah.
alone is also gonna push you forward.
Even just
For
making
sure.
it through the fight, you learn so much about yourself in the training camp. The limits that
Yeah.
you could push yourself to, that you can push past, the shit that works for you, that doesn't work for you, whether it's dieting, whether it's cardio, what you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you learn
who
what
you are.
exactly. You learn what you're made of in camp, because camp's not easy.
Mm.
Like he went through our fighter camp when I started on Thursday.
Yeah.
My first
Bro,
day
good
of camp.
shit too, by the way,
Thank
man.
you, thank you.
Push through it.
I didn't even want to do it. Like I low key whispered to him. I was like, "Yo, bro,
Let's
if
bounce.
we slide real quick, he might not even notice." But then he was like, "No, you're gonna stay. I'll stay with you." And I was like, "Yeah,
That's
you're
the
right.
mental battle.
Yeah,
You're
yeah." I
winning
was like,
it.
"Yeah, you're right."
already
Because if
winning
not,
it,
I got to
bro.
do it Monday.
Exactly.
anyways.
And then you're gonna get shit talked
Yeah,
to you.
and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, bro, you being a little bitch.
Yo,
just
you a
let
leader
that-"
here. You
So,
bounce.
Yeah. And that for me, that's worse than being tired. Like being called a little bitch for leaving.
Yeah.
It feels worse than being fucking
It'll
tired.
finish.
You
after-
stayed and you killed that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, it'll finish.
So
You'll be done.
That's the first mental battle. Boom, the same shit's gonna come up in the fight.
Exactly.
you're already there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Oh, and he killed it. He killed it.
Fuck yeah.
He did it with 100% intensity, and I knew he would. That's why I'm like, nah, let's fuck that. Let's stay. I'll stay with you.
Yeah.
You know. And then I ended up, bro. David is amazing, man. I ended up staying till like 11:30 that night, bro. Just
I
working on
imagine.
techniques with David, man.
That's awesome.
We'd love
I
to,
wanna
bro.
come
We
by
got,
there
yeah,
too.
we got to see what's up, man, because
I wanna pull up.
that'd be amazing, bro.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Definitely
Oh,
come
yeah.
through,
Well,
man.
if you guys ever are matched up with like a Thai guy,
He's a 35er, bro.
Yeah.
And I mean, either way, because we worked with you his last camp, right?
Well, if you guys ever need like a clincher, like I'll pull up. Like I actually want to transition to like being maybe a sparring partner for pros that need work. Like that kind of aspect that I'm like, going and helping other camps in order for me to get better. So I would love, if you guys ever need help, like need a sparring partner.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Yeah, I mean, you're always
April, right?
April 25th.
April
is what I'm aiming
25th.
for.
Oh, beautiful.
So-
Okay, awesome. And that's Laleo?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
I'll be
actually
there. I'll
thinking
be there.
that. I'm like, bro, you guys, like, we got to
That's
do
awesome.
that.
Oh,
where
no,
we,
yeah,
where we all
for
link,
sure.
even if it's at the crib again and we lay out the mats or whatever. But you know, we have access to
Yeah.
gyms now, and then
That's
like,
I will
awesome.
definitely.
Yeah,
I'll make
Gracie's
something.
is always open for you guys
bro,
anytime.
and I know
That
Sensei
big ass,
would be
that
cool.
big ass gym.
Dude, such a
that
beautiful
works
gym.
for me. Perfect.
And good
Bro,
people,
it's,
bro.
yo,
Make-
nah, I
make-
won't never
make
spar you
people chase
again
me
in that
around
gym.
in that bitch.
Nah, hell no.
I'll make
Yo,
everyone
no.
chase me around.
I was like,
Yeah,
I was hitting a take
big-ass
K
gym.
in that bitch.
Yeah, trust me. That's
We
why I usually spar in the cage.
but yo, this spot, man. Thank you so much, bro, for having us. This looks so beautiful. I'm gonna be like,
yeah,
I'm gonna be editing like, yo, this is
Thank you
crazy.
for coming by, bro.
Thank
you guys are always welcome anytime you want to.
Sneaker Sakarios,
or the
bruh.
other store. You're more than welcome, bro.
Bro, Matt, thank you so much for having us
Hey,
here, bro.
it's awesome, bro. I appreciate you guys coming here, and it's crazy to think about. This is a small business. This was created by
Looks big to me, bro.
by two brothers, Alexis and Johan Quintero, and Christian Ramirez CR, who you guys have met.
Okay, he was
And-
at your open workout, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, and it all started. CR was selling shoes out of his car and doing pop ups. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Juicy Smoke Shop. That's in Kissimmee, but he would just he would buy 5 or 6 pairs, pull up to the
Word.
smoke shop, and he would sell them right there out of the smoke shop. Right. And that was the early days of reselling back in like 2018, 2019, 2020. Right. He just grinded, got with the two brothers, and then they opened up a kiosk. So one of these kiosks that y'all see right
Yeah.
here out
Dude.
front. Right. They
I love
opened
that,
up a
man.
kiosk. 3 months later, they were looking for somebody to hire.
Huh?
And we have a mutual friend, Roy. Shout out to Roy, manager at Pele Soccer in Disney Springs. Hit me up. He said, yo, my boy's looking for somebody to hire. And I had just got laid off from the events department at the Hilton Orlando due to the pandemic, right?
Word.
So I said, you know what? I've just been sitting home on my ass playing Warzone for fucking 3 months. Let me go and work, right? So I pulled up, dude. I pulled up in some fucking Converse, some Vans, something like that. To a shout out to Converse and
Yeah.
but to a resale job, right?
Yeah.
Where we had a bunch of Yeezys at the kiosk, all that.
They were like, he's not a hype beast, hire him.
Dude, I didn't know the difference between a Jordan 1 and a Dunk. I had no idea what, because growing up,
Word.
my mom was, hey, we're going to Rack Room, we gonna
Yeah.
grab one shoe, and
They look like dunks.
which is
man.
which is great, and that was
Mm-hmm.
my life. But I just wasn't familiar with the product. But they hired me, man. They developed me into the professional that I am now, and I've been really proud to be able to grow with them and achieve with them what we've been able to achieve, man. They went from a kiosk to at one point 3 locations, and now we have 2 locations, one here, one at the international outlets. But man, we're here next to
Beautiful.
fucking Hey Dude. We're here with Gucci, Versace, all these other companies.
You guys
And,
are like by Coach
you know,
and the other
we've-
one.
we've
Yeah.
had competitors come in, call us the little guys, say all this type of bullshit about us, and you know what? We kept our heads down. And we locked in, and look now, bro. We're the only ones.
And
out
where they
there.
at?
You know what I mean?
See, that's why you got to be humble, man.
at the
Humble
end of the day,
yourselves.
though, at the end of the day, the same things that have affected their industry also do affect us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there is something to be said that we've been able for years and years to be able to move between units and persevere through the shoe industry, declining, moving over to clothing, and that really all comes from the guys, bro. CR, Johan, and Leg. Shout out to them.
The hustle, man.
The
They
OG
started out the
Sakarios,
trunk
bro.
for real, and
Yeah.
attention to detail.
Yeah, and
is what I noticed.
without their hard work, bro, we wouldn't be here filming this podcast in this space. You know what I mean? So shout out to my boys. I love y'all, and I'm excited for what's ahead. Yeah.
Yo, Matt. So thank you so much, bro. You already know I got hella love for you, bro.
Yes, sir.
You've helped me so much throughout this Muay Thai journey of mine. So we're gonna wrap it, and then let's go try on some soccer jerseys, bro. Let's go show them what you got, bro.
Yeah, let's show them.
I mean, look, if y'all didn't notice, man, we all got.
Yeah, come on, man. We all in
Yeah.
that.
It's game day.
I have to
Whatever.
pull up in the
That's that
Beckham.
guy.
I love me some David Beckham. I
Yeah.
love me some Victoria Beckham. I love that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He said, bend it
We're
like
tired of the
Beckham.
Spice Girls. It all
Already
ties
know.
in, so I had to come with the.
You
Beckham
wear
jersey.
small
I already
shirts now
know.
with big pants.
You know what I'm saying? Came on
mean,
my
you
Kendrick
gotta get the
Lamar,
blonde highlights,
big pants
bro.
where it's at.
GNX
That shit
vibes.
changed my life too when I had the blonde highlight. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It gave me a
I
new
did
sense
that
of
already.
confidence.
It's just too much work to keep up with.
It
I'm
is
good,
a lot
man.
of work. But yeah, we're gonna go try on some jerseys. Thanks for watching Catch the Fade. Makaveli, Baran,
Appreciate y'all.
Ozzy, Migs. We're about to go try on some jerseys. Y'all will see that.
Sure.
Go.
We are here at Sneaker Sakarios at the Vineland Outlets here in Orlando, Florida. I'm with my boy Matt, Makaveli, Baran.
What up, gang?
Tell them what you do here, bro. Look at all these jerseys.
Well, we got our little jersey selection right over here, starting with our World Cup drop that we got for the upcoming World Cup this summer. Really looking forward to it. Got a Brazilian option right over here. Got that OG Cristiano Ronaldo with the 17. If you know, you know. Got a Iniesta kit right over here. Scored the game winner for this particular match against the Netherlands. So we got this away kit for
tough.
Spain. Right up here, got that Beckham number 7. A lot of people have been asking us for this Beckham kit, so
No,
we
it's
had to
tough.
bring it in. Real nice. Then we got a Germany, a France. How to bring in the OG.
Ooh, definitely my
Iran,
favorite.
you already
jersey's
know.
Clean.
And then a Argentina kit right down here, which we have had before and it was a top seller, so we had to bring it back for y'all, for sure. Then over here we got some other classic kits going back to the CR7, OG Manchester United.
My son's favorite player.
Got a home and away for the Neymar Santos. This is a top seller, very popular. Ozzy, you picked one up. Great one. Then we got a few more right over here. Barca, got the belts.
The long sleeve Barca's. I might have to. Nah, that's my favorite.
We're a huge fan of Cristiano over here. OG
Bro.
Sporting. Which one do y'all fuck with the most?
Bro,
out of
I'm
these?
honestly, I think I'm gonna have to get the Sporting Portugal. Ronaldo, 28,
You already know.
legendary.
Once done. His jersey's too clean. Yeah. The colors, the collar. I gotta go
That's
with
a
this
clean
one.
kit.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
You
This
can't
is
go wrong
me
with
for
that
sure.
Prince
Yeah.
OG. Yo, you want to try them on, Liz?
Yeah. Let's get it.
fuck
Yeah.
yeah,
Do
fuck
it.
yeah.
Yo, so this is what we picked out. Dude,
Those look like they were made for you.
Yo.
Fucking fire.
come check out Matt here at the Outlets, and he will get you right with the jersey. He is the jersey plug that I always speak of. You want to tell him about the giveaway that we're doing?
Yes. So if you guys go ahead and like and share this post that you guys are watching right now, we got a mystery box cooking up for you guys. Not only some jerseys here from Sneaker Sakarios, but also we got a t-shirt from Catch the Fade.
In order to qualify, you have to be subscribed to Catch the Fade's YouTube channel, following our Instagram page, share, and like. Show us all of those things. You're going to have a good chance at winning a jersey and a shirt from us.
I got some heat cooking up for y'all. Some
Nah,
stuff
nah,
that we
he-
don't
bro,
have here on display as
bro.
well. So
Yeah, this shit.
all day.
Look at us, man.
I might hit the fields in this
Know
shit.
what I mean?
I might hit the fields later.
But yo, don't get it twisted. Get it braided. If it's too short, get it faded. I brought it back this week. I'm going to bring it, every now and then. This just felt right. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Matt, brother, the champ, baby, the champion.
Hell yeah. It's nice to have y'all over here, bro. Thank you.
Peace.
Yeah, with 5 knuckles say to the face. Inside these bars, you in a chokehold. My back fist is one of the greats. Landed with grace though. Cause at the same time it strike you yelling Christ, save me from this hellhole. You lucky these ain't Tim's, bro. Boy, come out to play, ain't no thing, you can catch the fade.